Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Living in Las Vegas, and it's a beautiful sunny day out here. So, yeah, all is well.
How's the rest of the band? Are they out in Las Vegas as well, or are they elsewhere?
Joey Scott is in Vegas, and the rest of the band is in Los Angeles.
Oh, brilliant! So not far then.
What's that?
You're not far away from each other.
No, no. Yeah, we either pop over and rehearse in LA, or they come out here. So, yeah, it's not far.
Oh, well, here in the UK, it's freezing.
Sorry to hear that.
I would I would much rather be in Nevada than Wales.
Yeah, it's pretty warm outside and sun shining, and it's amazing. I mean, I moved here 3 years ago from LA, and it's a really amazing place to live. You wouldn't think so because it's Las Vegas, but I don't live in the city, so but it's pretty amazing out here as far as weather is concerned. And I come from California, so
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas. I've got a fascination about going down Area 51 and and going to the Grand Canyon and all that. I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas, and especially the Kiss coffee. Well, not the coffee house, the golf.
yeah, I've been there, and they have amazing merch there at the Kiss booth there, and
Oh,
some of the stuff is really really amazing. So yeah, I mean Vegas is amazing. I've been here many times. We toured, we played here many times, but I never thought about living here. But once I did, I'm like I can't imagine leaving. It's really an amazing place to live.
yeah, I visited or going back years now to LA, and I spent all my money within. I was out there for a week, and I spent all my money within 2 days because I found a record shop, and I can't remember what it was called, but oh my,
Amoeba, probably Amoeba.
it was massive, absolutely
Yeah,
massive,
yeah,
and
that's
I
Amoeba.
went, yeah, and I went in there, and there was like all this rare Kiss stuff in there, and I was, oh my god, I got, I'm buying it. I
Yeah, I know a friend of mine who was in there for 8 hours, and she didn't even realize it. She just goes, "Oh my God, I've been here for 8 hours," because she just got so there's so much there. The place is so big, and there's
yeah.
so much rare stuff, and it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it was brilliant. And my girlfriend was going, "Well, you need to buy it. You're not going to get it in the UK." I was like,
Yeah,
"No,
that's right.
we lived off McDonald's."
Well, it was worth it, I'm sure.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. Best holiday I've ever had.
Well, make your way out to Vegas at some point. I think you'll love it here as well.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cards. I really do want to go there because I want to go. Um, like you say, with the Kiss Golf, the merchandise, and me and an ex girlfriend we were going to get married at the actual Kiss the at the course because you could get married there, and oh
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know how long it's going to be there. It's at the Rio, and not sure how long it's going to be there. So if you're going to do it, you better do it soon. But in any case, I was blown away by the merch there. Just blown away by all the stuff that I had never seen before. So there's so much Kiss merch out there that I think most people don't know exists, and it's just photos on T-shirts, mugs, and different things that
yeah,
not the typical Kiss stuff.
yeah, oh it's definitely on the cards, and I'm a massive NFL fan, and the LA, well, when the Raiders went to Las Vegas and I saw that stadium, I said, that is one location I want to go and visit and watch a game if I can.
Yeah, to see it in person, it's the badass looking stadium. I mean, whoever designed it, it's just so amazing just to see it off the
Yeah,
side of the freeway. You just look at this black and this black,
yeah,
really badass kind of a stadium. It's one of the best looking things I've ever seen.
yeah.
But no one's been in it because of the COVID thing, so it's kind of a
Yeah.
problem.
It's so what is COVID like out there? Is it rife? Is it are you wearing face masks, or is the, because over here they keep saying that the cold weather brings it out. So is it different with the hot weather over there?
Well, who knows what the truth is? I mean, you hear so much stuff. But our governor is pretty locked down out here, and it's face masks everywhere,
Yeah,
pretty much everywhere. You can go to a casino and have dinner, but you have to get a temperature check
yeah,
when you walk in the restaurant, and then once you're seated, you can take your mask off to eat. But that's it. You can't walk around without a mask, and so it's probably going to be that's the way it's been for a while now. And they opened up little parts of it, but it's pretty closed down. But
yeah,
it's getting better. But sometimes it gets really good, and then it goes right back. So
yeah,
it's going back. It's going back and forth, and we just don't. At this point, people are still existing, and the strip is still alive on a Friday and Saturday. But it's got a different feel. It's like just not quite free and open yet.
yeah,
So we'll see what happens.
yeah. You've had a really, well, amazing career. I think it was 1983 you formed.
Yes, yeah, that's when we actually started the band in '81. We didn't start the band; we started writing songs in '81.
Yeah,
But then I went off to join another band at that point, that because they were playing on the strip and I wanted to play on the strip. So I joined another band for a while, but then I came back and then we continued writing songs, and we actually played our first show in '83 or April
yeah.
of '83. So it's technically '83, but we really started writing some of the first album in '81.
What what huge differences have you noticed from back in the 80s to now? Has there been much difference?
Yeah, I mean, there was such a great unknown. We were coming from the '70s, and with Van Halen and Randy Rhoads and all this new guitar sounds that didn't happen in the '70s.
Yeah,
That guitar sound is what changed everything. And
yeah,
then, the way Van Halen looked and presented their show, that kind of opened that door for this new crop to come up. And so there was unknown, and all the bands, there was probably 10 15 bands, eight heavy metal bands that were playing in the early '80s on the strip,
yeah,
and each one of us sounded different than each other, and that was so cool. I mean, we had a different take on what came before. All the '70s stuff. Everyone, this new invention called, this new guitar sound.
yeah,
We all had a different take on the bands that affected us from the '70s, and so that made it so interesting, and that's why the audience came out. It was like, I don't know what this new thing is, but I love it, and each band represented a little piece of what came before, but did it in their own way.
yeah,
And now we kind of know what's coming. I don't. No one's throwing me a curveball, and if anyone's doing anything different, it's really nailing other bands,
yeah,
doing exactly what they did. So there is no curveball, there is no new phenomenon. So that kind of old west feeling is like it was in the early '80s. That early '80s, no one knew what was going to happen. You went
yeah,
from, I couldn't get a record deal. No way am I going to get a record deal with playing this kind of music, to, I got a record deal. Oh my God. Oh, I've done this. What else can I do? There's no way I'm going to sell out this place. Oh, wow. So, there was lots of things that you didn't think were possible that happened. Here, we kind of know where things are going, and we there's no surprises. All you trying to, I think people are just trying to enjoy what's here and try to be as good as a performer. And, you have better stage shows now, I think, than you did back then. It was all kind of thrown together. And now you can do it a lot more professional and give more bang for the buck because of production. But that's really the only difference, I think.
Yeah. No, it's I interviewed Gwa the other day, and I watched their live stream show, and it's so crazy that the only thing different from Gwa from when they first started to now is their costumes have just got a bit better.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them a few times, and yeah, I mean, yeah, their costumes. I actually saw them out here in a small club, and they have those gigantic costumes on, and they're bumping into each other, and it just looked like these gigantic monsters on this little stage, and it was interesting seeing them in that format. But it actually it worked somehow. It worked. It was interesting.
Yeah, I sit there and I just watch it and I've probably watched it about 5 or 6 times since it was broadcast, and I just can't stop laughing at it because it's like it is just guac.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing about it. It's just you need to be entertaining, and it's not about anything else other than entertainment. So they are definitely one of the most entertaining bands.
Oh, they are. They're very funny, but brilliant as well. You've just released a new single, Pet Cemetery. Is that to be featured on a new album which is coming out soon, or is it just a standalone single?
No, we have Best of Volume 2 coming out today, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
and it's representing. We had a Best of Volume 1 that represented everything we did in the 80s, and this is Best of Volume 2 that represents the last 3 albums: Deal with the Devil, Appointment with Death, and My Midnight Things. And I picked 4 songs from each album to represent those albums, as well as we did 2 standalone cover songs: Pet Cemetery by the Ramones and Burning for You by Blue Oyster Cult. We recorded those, and so that's the package that comes out actually today. And yeah, so that was, and the first single was Pet Cemetery, and then Burning for You will come out next year sometime. But it's all, you can buy the package now.
Yeah, is that on vinyl then?
Well, I guess they're trying to, the label, they wanted to get this out this year. And so they decided just go digital first.
Okay.
And then we'll see how the response is. If people buy it, then everything is going to go good. Then they're probably going to do a full-blown vinyl, different colored vinyls, and, the whole thing. So I think that's going to be next year, early next year. I think they're going to talk about it in December and find out exactly how the response has been to this, and where we're going to take it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to come out in all formats in January or February or March somewhere.
Oh, brilliant! I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for that, because I'm so stuck in the in the past. I don't buy CDs anymore. I only have Spotify for one reason, and that's for my car. But vinyl, I just collect vinyl, and I love the dirtiness of listening to a good vinyl. So
yeah, we're the same way out here. We have that too going. But I had to figure out a way of getting into the streaming world, because that was the whole purpose of releasing this, because I realized the streaming world's not going away. This is the future. This is the present. And so I went and checked on Spotify, which was the biggest streaming Lizzy Borden album, and turns out Best of Volume 1 is the biggest streaming album. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what better way to get people to stream the last 3 albums that they're not getting on the first volume. So that was the whole purpose behind it, because people naturally, if they not familiar with the band, they go after the greatest hits or the best of when they're streaming. So that was the whole idea behind this.
As soon as I come off this now, I'll be listening to the album. I'll be definitely going on and promoting it. Now it's out today. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, it's right. And you have been very successful over the years. What do you feel is the main ingredient for your success?
The desire to keep trying to be a better songwriter, try and reinvent myself, not trying to be stuck. I have my roots, and they're solid from the stuff that I grew up on, and that's never going to change. I still hear these songs in my head every day, and I want to emulate that. Even I think those songs that I loved as a kid still hold up. So I want to be part of it, but I also don't want to keep recording the same song and keep writing the same song. I want to become a better songwriter. So I just keep trying to write and keep trying to write hooks that people, and write lyrics that mean something. And try to, and also try to increase my fan base, even on the Midnight Things album that came out, all of a sudden it was the most positive response I ever had from an album. And it generated a whole new fan base for me, which I didn't expect from that album. And it's one of those things where I was blown away at the possibilities. And if there's possibilities, then the doors are wide open. So it's up to you. So that's kind of what keeps me going and keeps me positive and keeps me wanting to keep doing this and excited about it. I'm not just going out there playing a song I wrote in 1983. I'm actually always playing new stuff, and I mix it with the old stuff. I do everything, but it has to be fun for me. I just wouldn't want to do it just because I'm making a living. I've never done it for that reason. I've always done it because I wanted to. And anytime I got to that point, I would make a left turn and change and do something else to reinvent myself. So, because I never want to be just going through the motions.
Yeah. It's the funny thing about it, I put on my Facebook, I said, I'm interviewing Lizzy Borden tonight. And the amount of people which turned around and went, "Oh, fucking hell, man." Brilliant. When is it going up live and all that? And I'm thinking, good God. And it's just so good to have, it wasn't on any music sites or anything like that. So it was just me putting it up on my Facebook with the people, and you're well loved, man.
Yeah, and it's a shame we haven't played the UK in a long time. And I had to. The Midnight Things show was one of the best shows, if not the best show we've ever done. It was really my new band. My new band is just so amazing, and every night we were clicking, and it was we only did one show in Germany, and we did the tour in the US, really successful, and then I had to cut that short. We all had to, but now but my goal is to get back to the UK and actually do it properly. So I'm hoping I'm writing and recording the next album right now. So hoping to build a new show around that and then bring it to the UK and bring it everywhere, really.
Well, one of my goals for the next 2 years is to go to Las Vegas and go to LA. So if you're doing a gig around that time, then I'd be certain to be getting a ticket to come and watch you out there, because that'd be amazing. I saw Kiss in Omaha, Nebraska, and I just feel like watching bands in the UK, you expect it, but when you go and you're seeing other fans from a different country, it was the best thing which I ever done, and that's going to be one of my goals.
That's a good goal to have. It is very interesting to see how different places respond to the same music,
Yeah,
and you just even as a touring band, we'll play. Someplace that had been there, done that, they've seen everything. You get a lukewarm response, and you go somewhere else, and people are crying. So it's one of those things where you never know what you're going to get every night. So you want to see it from different perspectives, and that we
yeah,
played pretty much. I mean, so many countries all around the world. We get a great response everywhere we go, but some places are more emotional than others, and
yeah,
it's one of those things where when you get off stage, I don't care if I've been doing this since 1983. That was a different experience playing in front of, that amount, that crowd, or this country, or whatever. And
yeah,
it's always unique, and you never know. It's every night is organic. It's not just we're presenting our show. Every night becomes an organic response to whatever country we're in. So that's why it's really fun, and it is important. I know people from Europe, and they go all over the place to see it in
yeah,
different countries, whatever their favorite band is. And it's a unique experience, even if they've seen the band 10 times,
yeah. Oh, that was the case for me with Kiss, because I remember I had a meet and greet, and I went, right, I'm going to treat myself. I had a very funny story about getting into America. But I remember I got to Nebraska, I got to Omaha, and I we met Kiss when Aerosmith was on. It was back in 2003 when they were doing the joint tour. And I remember I've just come back from backstage, and Aerosmith was on, and I was only the second row from the stage. And I remember turning around, and I just went, "Oh my fucking god!" Excuse my language. Like, oh, this is this. It can't be. This can't be beaten. You just can't be beaten. And the closest we've got now to the arenas out in America is the O2 Arena in London, because that was built by Americans. So when you're in there, you've got the same atmosphere. And I just love live music, and I want to go to Nevada, to Los Angeles, and experience an artist out there, and hopefully have
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping this whole thing opens up again soon. I mean, you never know when it's going to open, and in what capacity and everything else. So we'll have to wait and see. But we're gearing up. I'm writing the next album right now. So uh, as I'm writing the songs, I'm also thinking about the stage show.
Yeah,
So we're gonna put together a really amazing live show, just like we did on all of the shows really that we've done.
yeah,
But really, the Midnight Thing show was one of the best shows we've done, and this band I have now, they're amazing. So um, we're gonna create the new show, so we'll be ready to go the second that cork
brilliant.
pops, and we're ready to get back out on
Um,
stage.
Before I let you go, I've got one more question. Have you got any horror stories from touring that you think, oh my God, I wish that I don't want to go through that experience again?
Uh, too many to count. I mean, if you watch Spinal Tap, you know that those are all taken from real stories,
Yeah,
and all of that stuff that happened to them happened to us, and that's why even Ozzy said he thought it was a documentary. He didn't know it was a mockumentary. So it was like, because everything happened to every band. It's a
yeah,
cliche, and it's really great. We've been in Cleveland and got lost to the stage, and that's hysterical, because you think, how's that possible? But it is.
yeah,
And you go through the kitchens and you do everything. But really, I mean, we've done some viciously hard things where we had to play 3 shows in a row
Yeah.
with no sleep and traveling, planes, trains, and automobiles. Go right in, do the show, leave the show, go fly to the next country, go get off stage, go right, do the show, come up. You know, it's some of those things where you just go, oh, I can't believe that we were able to pull that off.
Yeah.
And but yeah, there's been horror stories. I mean, so many of you so many of them that they'll be in a book at some point.
Well, I've been looking forward to it. Thank you so much for this. It's been absolutely brilliant, and good luck with your best of, which has come out. Yeah, and I hope to see you in the UK or in America very, very soon.
Thank you so much, and hope everyone loves the new Best of Volume 2 and the new cover songs. And yeah, hopefully we'll be in the UK sooner than later.
Brilliant. Thank you for
All right,
today.
man.
Great.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay, take care.